I'm going to try to get through this wedding story without crying. It's very near and dear to my heart because this story changed my life. In 2013, Washington legalized the Marriage Equality Act, and my next door neighbors came across the street and asked me if I would photograph their union in their backyard. And I was so honored that I not only got to go to their wedding, but I got to capture it for them. And we had this beautiful ceremony. Some close friends and family came, and it was intimate and personal and honest, and I loved it. And then after the ceremony was over, the three of us jumped in the limo, and my dear friend Cecil, who has recently passed, and I miss him so much, took a deep breath. And I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, I never thought I would see today. I never thought I would get to hear. Cecil was Black and had experienced every level of discrimination you can imagine. He had seen the changes with the civil rights movement, and now he had seen marriage equality finally allow him to marry the man he loved. And I felt so many things in that moment. But most of all, I was so happy for him. I was so happy for them both that they could be here and that that day had finally come. A few years later, my oldest son came out to us. And a lot of parents have trouble when their children come out imagining what their kid's future is going to be. I didn't, because we had such great neighbors that had shown me what love could look like for my son. Their representation of what a perfect, happy marriage looked like made me go, Tyler can have that. Tyler will be in love and cared for just the way my neighbors loved and cared for one another. And I knew everything was going to be okay. This job, this wedding photographer job, lets me see inside people's lives on a very raw and real place. And that is special. And it changes me every time I pick up a camera. And it especially means something to me when I photograph weddings for LGBTQIA+ people, because their representation reminds me of my own queer kids. And I'm so grateful for their love for one another and the families that support them, because it makes my family feel normal and wanted. And I need that. So thank you for being you, and thanks for hearing my wedding photographer story.